Yes, thank you for your attendance, and I trust, like me, you're enjoying conference today. So apprenticeships, what are they about? Well, they have been around a long time, we know that. In fact, I'm an ex-apprentice, so I went through the process myself some years ago, apprentice toolmaker, and I genuinely, personally believe in what apprenticeships have got to offer. And we are now on the cusp of another change. Everybody will be talking about levy for the next 3 months and have been for the last 9-12 months. So levy's coming, but what will it mean to apprenticeships? Well, in real terms, what it should actually do, it should increase the footfall and the opportunity for all employers to engage in what is actually a very well-established and very productive way of engaging with staff and developing your talent for the future. So take it as read that we believe passionately in apprenticeships. We at the EEF run a technology centre up in the Midlands where we train over 400 apprentices every year, and some of the best engineers are made in that building and will continue to do so. So, as an employer, why would you invest in apprenticeships? 7 reasons. The first one, productivity. Without a doubt, if you have taken somebody from knowing nothing and given them all of the skills, knowledge and understanding of your business, then as an individual they are going to be far, far more productive. And by the end of their first year of their apprenticeship, statistics show that an apprentice, once back in the business, will be contributing a net impact of around £214 a week against what it's costing you to deliver them. So, in that sense, you know, almost from day one, you are getting a payback, so it helps with productivity. But it also demonstrates to other members of your team that actually, by investing in people, it means that the business can grow, and then the people grow with you. And that's the second point. It's about growing your talent. Talent is hard to find. I know I've been looking for lots of it lately. We've found some fabulous people, but actually the next part of our journey is about growing that internal talent. And I think apprenticeships will give you that opportunity. It's fair to say that by the time an apprentice has finished their 4-year apprenticeship, nearly 78% of apprentices stay with their company for more than 5 years on completion of their apprentice. So you've got retained talent. And a further 23% of those retained talent actually go on to a promoted position within 12 months of completing their apprenticeship. So clearly it is a pathway to talent development. They also bring a fresh perspective. The one thing that my colleagues and I have at the Technology Centre every day is challenge. Challenge from our audience. We have 400 apprentices in our building every day, and I can assure you they bring a fresh perspective. You know, we've been around the block, we've done it before, but they are challenging us about what we should do, why we should do it, how we should do it differently, and also why do we have the walls painted blue and not yellow or whatever it might be. So the challenge brings a fresh perspective. And I think one of the things that was cited to us is that apprentices, on the whole, 89% of those that were polled were satisfied with the job that they were doing. So again, you know, they are satisfied, therefore they are making a contribution to that bottom line. What does that give you as a business? Well, the fourth thing that it gives you is enhanced reputation. One of the things as a manufacturing business is that by training apprentices, it shows that you are reinvesting back into the skills net that is needed. We currently have a woeful need to actually recruit more engineers. We have Brexit on the way. We do not know what that's going to do to the labour market. Therefore, how are we going to fill that gap? The only way we're going to fill that gap is to actually make sure that we grow the talent from within. So it helps your reputation. I was talking to an employer only this week who said one of the reasons why their business was selected as a partner of choice is because they had a very robust apprenticeship program. They were going into a merger, and the deal that made the deal was the fact that they had a very robust apprenticeship program. So, enhanced reputation. It is also a very, very cost-effective hiring solution. You take on the opportunity, take on the young person in most cases, you put them through a range of training, skills and applications, and that cost is a burden to you and it's borne by you, but actually you get to shape the outcome. And when do you get that opportunity when you're hiring to take somebody, mould them and shape them to what you need? So in real terms, it might cost at the front end, but in the long run, it is far cheaper and far more cost effective as a hiring solution to develop the talent that you need to be successful. If you are working with an employer like EEF, for instance, where we are continually investing in the skills needs of the market, you will get the up-to-date training that you required. So I will promote the business that I run. We have invested over £12 million in the last 3 years in our technology facilities. We have state-of-the-art equipment, but it is actually you, the employers, that are driving that investment. We do not buy vanity purchases just because we like the look of it. We buy equipment because it is fit for purpose. And one of our key suppliers is in the room today, Mike, and we'll sit down with him, we'll talk to him, and we'll say, what is it we need? What is industry using, more importantly? Because actually that's what we need to be thinking about, because you don't want to be training your apprentices on equipment and technology that is 5 years old. We are looking to be there 5 years ahead of you. We can't always be there, but our next iteration of investment will be all around digitisation, all around new technology, and only this week I've signed off an investment on virtual reality maintenance equipment so that we reduce the cost of training people in that space. And finally, in point 7, and I can't go on without speaking about it, utilising your levy. Yes, it's coming, 1st of May, 0.5% of your wage bill will be made a contribution to the UK PLC tax burden. And if you don't take it back, they'll take it off you. So use it and use it wisely. There's investment in new talent, but there's also investment in existing talent. We are currently advising over 250 employers around how they can use the levy to further enhance the skills of the people that work for them today so that they are ready for tomorrow. And we are talking about things like leadership programs, we're talking about things like innovation programs, entrepreneurship even. There is an apprenticeship at level 4 in entrepreneurship. Let's work together to see how we can take those standards and make them work for all of you. So in conclusion, apprentices and apprenticeships are good for business, they make good sense, and actually they are the lifeblood and the future of manufacturing. A lot of you out there listening today will probably once apprentices, and you have done wondrous things to get to where you are. What we need to do is make sure that the next generation is ready. And we have a fabulous building up in Aston. I invite you all to come and have a look at it. I welcome you there to see it and meet some of the people that will change tomorrow's engineering and manufacturing landscape. Thank you very much for listening. If anybody wants to give me a business card, more than happy to come back to you to talk about how we can help you. Thank you very much for the time this afternoon.